What's going on, guys? Today we are going to talk about my 5 top favorite spring lures. Before we get into that, no, I'm not going to say what you think I'm going to say. Went fishing all day today, threw a square bill, threw a lipless crank, threw a chatterbait, threw a spinnerbait, threw a fluke, threw a trick worm. Could not catch anything. So frustrated. Before we get into that, if the sound in this room is terrible, I apologize. I'm working in a different room and just needed to set the camera down and do this video for you. Wanted to try a different room and see how it works out. So if it's terrible, we'll do it in another room tomorrow, or we'll do it differently the next day. All right, so let's get into this. All right, so this is not really going to be in any particular order. It's more of, these are just my top 5. If I was to put them in 5, in an order of my 5 favorite, I'll put them in last. But one of my top 5 is going to be a square bill. Now, they will come with rattlers or without rattlers. If the water's murky or muddy or dirty, which a lot of times in the springtime it is, because we normally get a good amount of rain throughout the springtime, then you really want one with rattlers, in my opinion. I think that makes it better to make a reaction strike. Great search bait. You can throw it out there, you can burn it, and you can crank it across the top of the grass and let it sit there and just wobble and tick across the grass and yank it up and in and out of the grass. There's several different techniques. We're not going to go into that. Just a really great search bait and a great lure to catch them on in the spring. Now, next up is going to be a lipless crankbait. I prefer the red eye shad. It doesn't have to be the red eye shad. It could be a rattle trap. It could be whatever brand you prefer. But I myself prefer the red eye shad. So, great, has awesome knockers in it. This bait's going to do is going to sit there and run at an angle right at you, and it's going to sit there and just shake. And when it shakes and shimmers, what's it doing? This lure is great to run right on top of the grass, just like a crankbait. You can yo-yo it up and down, which what's that do? It makes it come up, and then it's falling at a descending rate, just like a dying bait fish. Then you yank it up, and when you yank it up, what is it doing also? It's making that rattling sound. Or you could just do a solid retrieve, and it's going to run it. That's number 2. Number 3 is going to be a fluke. I like throwing a fluke because, why? Because it acts like a dying bait fish. Because it looks like shad. Now, you can rig these up like a Mojo rig, or you can just throw them weightless. I really prefer to throw them weightless. That's been my best luck. Just like this, you notice I've got a 4-aught hook sitting here on this, and I'll throw it just like this. Pitch it out there, throw it out there, let it sit there and fall. And once it falls, and it's falling, then twitch it. Just twitch it a couple of times. That's all you got to do. Works great. Now, next would be really any kind of creature bait. I like a baby brush hog, but really any kind of creature bait will work well. So, doesn't necessarily have to be a baby brush hog. Everybody has their own preference. A lot of guys like bugs. And I do like bugs too, don't get me wrong. This is just what's here and is easy. A lot of times I will pick a bug and use to throw up right up in the cover and brush right next to a bed. But I do like a baby brush hog. Just my preference. Texas rig it. I Texas rig it 1/4 ounce. I peg it because it holds it on there. And throw a 4-aught flipping hook on there and just pitch it right on the bed, and you have great luck. Now, last but not least is going to be your trick worm. I love the trick worm. We get on, see? I'm kind of hungry, really. I'm kind of hungry. I kind of think about eating it. Trick worm is phenomenal in the spring. Why in the spring? Well, let me give you a little tip on something else. Trick worm is phenomenal throughout the year. Also, if you work it weightless. I don't have a hook here, but actually I do. I can yank this old fluke out, and I will show you real quick. All you want to do with a trick worm, well, not all you want to do, but what I do with a trick worm is I mainly throw it weightless. You could probably put it on a shaky head. I'm sure you could put it on like a one spot or something like that. But I myself like to throw it on a shaky head. Did I just say shaky head? I myself like to throw it weightless. So, what you're going to do, you're going to put it like that. I'm going to come right there. Everybody knows the steps. Come on. If you don't know the steps, then we'll do a video one day. Well, obviously I don't, because I'm screwing up. Anyhow, weightless trick worm. Take it, flip it, pitch it, cast it if you want, but it's tremendously awesome. Flip it when they're on the bank because it's more finesse presentation. You can flip it right up there on that bank. Half the time they won't even hear it. I threw this right in front of a bass's face and he didn't even move. That's how awesome these are. So, that's my top 5 favorite spring lures. Was that the best demonstration of these baits? No, it wasn't, because I am not a professional and I'm not perfect expertise. But it was what my top favorite and most successful lures are for in the springtime. And it's my experience that I'm sharing with you. And that is what my channel is about, is sharing my experiences with you as I go along the way. Next year it may be different. Really kind of doubt it, but next year it may be different. Bass are different. Every bass has got a different personality. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Every single bass has a different personality than the one that you caught before him. So they may act different, they may breathe different, they may smell different. Their mentality is different. The reason I say that is because a bass, perfect example here is spawn time. A lot of people think, oh, it's spawn time. All the fish are going to be up on the bank. They're not going to be all up on the bank. They will come in groups. So you may have this one that's sitting on the bank that you catch today, but he's not there tomorrow. And when you caught this one on the bank today, man, he was easy. I flipped my trick worm up there, and he saw that thing pop, bounce right in front of his face, and he just, pow, hit it. That was awesome. So I can go out there again tomorrow, and I'm going to be able to do that. As soon as I see him on the bed, I'll just throw my trick worm up there, pow, get him again. It don't work that way, okay? So just keep that in mind. It may change next year, may change next week. I don't know. But I kind of went off the track there and went out of the way, but with that, my five top springtime lures. You got it right there. Tomorrow we're going to talk about my favorite springtime search baits, and there's only a couple of them. So, as always, guys, if you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and check out my other videos. Thanks for watching. We will see you guys tomorrow.